Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Velmore. Today I'm going to be making two recipes from the Final Fantasy XIV cookbook. The first is a recommendation for what to do when life gives you lemons. And the second is a mushroom and shallot mixture that will be topping some scrambled eggs. This is Wildwood Scrambled Eggs and Lemonade. Let's get started. So I'm going to make a simple syrup for the lemonade, which will start with sugar, honey, and water. And I am just going to bring this up to a simmer and let the sugar and honey dissolve. And then I will let it sit off and cool until it's time to use. So for this, I'm going to slice shiitake mushrooms, cremini mushrooms, and shallots. And I'm going to juice some lemons. Now to put together the lemonade, I am going to put my lemon juice into a pitcher, the simple syrup, and water, and just stir that a bit. And I'm just going to put that in the fridge until I'm ready to drink it. Into the pan with some melted butter, I am going to start with shallots. And I am just going to let that cook for a couple minutes until it starts to soften. To that, I am now going to add my mushrooms. And I am going to cook these until they get pretty brown. So probably like 10 minutes or so. Now I'm going to finish this off with a little salt, pepper, and lemon juice. And I'm just going to set that off to the side and then cook up my eggs. It is now time to scramble up eggs. And for that I have eggs, heavy cream, and sour cream. And I am going to whisk that together. And I am now going to just put that into my pan of butter. And I'm just going to continue to stir that around a bit and let it cook for a bit and stir it some more and just continue to do that until it's scrambled eggs. The lemonade was wonderful. It was a little sweet, a little sour. I've said it before, I'm not a fan of overly sweet, even in something that, is supposed to be very sweet, like a lemonade or a dessert or something like that. And this found a nice middle ground for me. The fresh lemons make a huge difference in the flavor. Simple syrup is great because the honey adds some floral notes to it that gives it a little more depth of flavor than you would get if you were just making a sugar syrup. And this is just miles ahead of most of what you'll get at a store. The eggs, however, were a bit of a miss. The mushroom and shallot mixture was fantastic. It was earthy with a little bit of the caramelization on the mushrooms, and the shallots, some of the shallots got a little crispy, so you had a little bit of a nice crunch in there. That was absolutely fantastic. The eggs were a bit dense though. I think heavy cream and sour cream adds a little more fat content to that, and it just doesn't let them get as airy as I like my scrambled eggs. I've said it a couple times, especially through this cookbook. There are points where you need to season while cooking, and I think the book expects somebody to do that, but if you're picking this up with not as much cooking experience, you might not understand that idea yet. And so I think during the cooking of the eggs, they need a pinch or two of salt. I know they're being topped with the delicious mushrooms and some salty feta. They themselves didn't really have any flavor. I hope you enjoyed. You can follow me on Instagram at Chef Velmore. The links will be in the description below. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and come on back next week for another recipe.